Ben's Bear, are you ready? Let's go.
It's time for Maths with Mr. Thomas.
Here we go with chapter 10, lesson number 8, the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. Now if you remember back to the last lesson, we were looking at the inverse of a matrix, and we found that if you had the matrix and you multiply it by its inverse, you ended up getting the identity matrix. And that was one way of working out what the inverse would be. However, what one or two of you may have noticed, Ryan, you noticed it, well done, is that there is a quick way of working out the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. Boom, 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 boom. And what you do is, if you have a general matrix, general 2 by 2 matrix, let's call this matrix A, and let the entries be A, B, C, and D, all you have to do is, go on Ryan, help us out. Swap A and D. Brilliant. You swap A and D around. So D will go where A is, and A will go where D is. And with B and C, what do you do with them, Ryan? Take the negative. Good, you take the negative of them. So the quick way of getting the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix is just by swapping A for D. And with B and C, you take the negative of whatever they are. However, there is one more step. What is that final step? Ooh, Ryan's scratching his head. Max, help him out. Brilliant. It's going to be multiplied by 1 over the determinant of that matrix. And remember, to get the determinant, it's going to be AD take away BC. If you have that, if you work out the inverse, then you could easily multiply that by A and work out that it's the identity matrix that you would get. So that would be an easy way to check it. Let's try some examples. So example 1, find the inverse of matrix A when matrix A has the entries 2, 3, 7 and 11. So first of all, we need to know that an inverse exists. And remember, an inverse exists when the determinant is not equal to 0. So first of all, work out the determinant of matrix A. So to get that, Fatima, what do? Brilliant. It's going to be A times D take away B times C. So it will be 2 times 11 take away 3 times 7. And Fatima, that gives us, brilliant, that will give us 1. Woo! So what does that mean because the determinant is 1? Excellent, it means the determinant is not equal to 0. And if it's not equal to 0, then the matrix is invertible. In other words, an inverse exists. To find that inverse, again, the quick way of doing it is just to swap A and D. So the 11 will go here and the 2 will go here. And with B and C, rather than 3 and 7, good, you take the negative. So it'll be negative 3 and negative 7. And we'll swap the 2 and the 11 around. And just remember, that's also 1 over the determinant. I suppose in this case, it becomes 1 over 1. So you don't really need to write that. You could just leave that as the 11, negative 3, negative 7 and 2. But that there will be the inverse of matrix A. Woo! Well done. Example 2. Find the inverse of matrix P when P has the entries 2, negative 4, negative 1 and 3. So again, if we're wanting the inverse, first of all, we want to show that an inverse exists. And to do that, we work out the determinant. So getting the determinant, it'll be the determinant of P, so that will equal. And once again, it's going to be A times D take away B times C. So that will be 2 times 3 take away negative 4 times negative 1. And if you work that out, that works out to be 2. Brilliant, it does work out to be 2. And because we've got 2, well, 2 is not equal to 0, so the determinant is not equal to 0, and that means an inverse exists. So the matrix is invertible. Woo! And once again, the quick way of doing that, so we've got matrix P, so it'll be P to the power of negative 1, the inverse of P. Swap A and D around, so the 3 and the 2 will swap over, and with negative 4 and negative 1 you'll take the negative of them, so you'll have negative negative 4, which just becomes positive 4, and negative negative 1, which is positive 1, and we've swapped the 2 and the 3. And just remember, we also have just outside the brackets, we've got 1 over the determinant of A, so in this case it'll be 1 over, well the determinant was 2, so it'll be 1 over 2. We know if we have a value outside of our matrix, all we're doing is we're multiplying each entry by that value. So if we've got 3 times a half, that'll just be 3 over 2. 4 times a half is just 2, and the bottom row, 1 times a half is just a half, and 2 times a half is just 1. So that there will be the inverse of matrix P. Yeah. Try some of these questions. You're looking at page 29 in the Unit 3 booklet. As usual, if you need the booklet, send me an email and I will fire it back to you. Yeah. Have fun. Bye. Woo.